You're looking at this the wrong way. And most people, I believe, are going to miss the greatest opportunity in our living history. Now, I'm about to share with you is going to be open and fully transparent. I'm peeling back the curtain on exactly what I'm doing. My channel is all about authenticity, not financial advice. I just want to show you exactly what I'm doing, but I also want to get you into my brain and give you the logical circuit of what I'm doing. I've been doing this since 2020 and I nailed it from 2020 to 2025. And I'm going to share with you from 2026 to 2030 how my setup is so you can measure my success. I went from completely losing everything in 2020 because of the pandemic to a multi-millionaire investor, a multi-millionaire entrepreneur, to having a sloppy ecosystem to an ecosystem that flows from macro microeconomic cycles and is built to protect for generations. So again, this is not financial advice. I'm going to share with you what I believe is going to happen and how I'm positioning myself. So what you see as a battle between decentralization and centralization, I see as us being played in a rewiring of the financial system. And why do I say this? Because you see this big battle between the crypto industry and the banking industry. And my past banking industry, I can see a rewiring of the system as they tell us to look this way as they accumulate all the assets this way. Remember they told you? Cryptocurrency is a fraud. It's used for money laundering, run as far as away from you. It's a pet rock. Trump told you that. He told you he's a dollar guy, anti-crypto. Larry Fink told you that. It's used for money laundering. Jamie Dimon told you that. But all of a sudden in 2023, BlackRock flipped, Larry Fink. Trump came back and ran as the crypto capital of the world, the Bitcoin president. Jamie Dimon says, Bitcoin, but blockchain technology, but their wealthy clients can invest in it, and they have their own blockchain set up and their own form of cryptocurrency or payment token. Look it up. JPM Coin, I think it became Onyx. Wells Fargo's working with R3. You look at Bank of America's patent, you have Ripple. So what you see is this battle between decentralization and centralization. I see traditional banking merging with decentralized finance because it doesn't have a choice. First they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. Draper. The same thing every single time. But we're in regulation and joining phase. Jamie Dimon said it himself. If stablecoin companies are going to be getting yield, they need to be regulated as a bank. Well, you think there's this big battle going between banks and exchanges, but they're fighting for the same act, the Clarity Act, which gives banks clear rules of the road to operate in crypto. So if they were fighting against the banking system, then why would they be working together to come up with rules around stablecoin? So Coinbase will be a bank. Kraken's going to be a bank. Crypto.com got their bank charter conditionally approved. Ripple's going to be a bank. So you're not seeing this battle between exchanges and banks. You're seeing a merging of a system. Trust me, when the Clarity Act gets passed, your bank, in the next 12 to 24 months, will be begging you to do institutional grade custody and begging you to invest some of your portfolio into things like XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum through an ETF. So here's how I position myself. I'm going to break down my whole portfolio for you guys. So this is the way it looks. Not financial advice, just being honest. My top four are XRP, bridge currency, Bitcoin, store of value like gold, the new modern gold in the digital age, WLFI, the new People's Bank. We have the governance, decentralized finance, opposite of the old system. That's key. And Solana, a layer one where you can build protocols on top of. So with the rewiring of the system, I have a layer one. I have WFI, the new People's Bank. I have XRP, a bridge currency. I have Bitcoin, the new store of value into the future like gold. I'm looking futuristically because baby boomers, this is not your economy anymore. Look at the younger adults and how they operate. This is not your economy anymore. I'm sorry, you cannot do your finances the same way. So that's my top four. That's the only four I'm accumulating over the next 5 years. Now I have others which I only have 7 cryptos now. I consolidated all of my cryptos into top 7. The other ones are XLM, HBAR, and VeChain. Did I get everything? XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, WFI, XLM, VeChain, and HBAR. There we go. So the percentage drop off really heavy after WFI. So the top, my concentrations in those top four, XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, and WFI. WFI is above Solana. Okay, so that's crypto. Stocks, XXI and ABTC, American Bitcoin. American Bitcoin's number 1, XXI is number 2. So in the cryptocurrency space, I have payment tokens, I have store of value like gold, I have layer one, and I have the new People's Bank and governance. On the stock side, I have American Bitcoin, which is mining, and Bitcoin Treasury. I have XXI, which is Bitcoin Treasury, and a crypto company. Okay, so let's talk about WFI, ABTC, and XXI. I do investments off logic, not emotion. So logically, Trump is running the world. America, writing the rules. Steve Witkoff's his right-hand man, traveling around the world as the business deal maker. Steve Witkoff, his sons, and Trump's sons, Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., run WLFI. So does Steve Witkoff's sons. If you look at the website, it says Emirates One for Trump and Steve Witkoff. That means that they co-founded and they stepped out. So the boys are running the banks, the dads are writing the rules. I didn't create the game, I'm just following it. So WFI and ABTC, who's owned by Eric Trump, seem like good future investments for me because I'm banking on the people writing the new rules and the new infrastructure and the new system, which is decentralization. Then we have the XXI, 21 Capital, Jack Mallers. So as they shout decentralization, anti-government, he's connected to Howard Lutnick, who is the Commerce Secretary, the right-hand man for Trump, the second right-hand man. He's a Commerce Secretary for your country. Cantor Fitzgerald is connected to XXI. So Jack Mallers connected to XXI through 21 Capital. So dads are writing the rules, people are running the banks. Are you seeing the pattern here? We went over my crypto, we went over my stocks. Then we have defense, which I call defense, and then we'll talk about protection. Protection is the ecosystem. So defense, why I'm so stoic and why I'm so calm, and why I can be open and honest with you guys, because I move like a stoic warrior. So I have defense, I have cash value life insurance. We use them as family banking concepts. I use Bitcoin as defense, Berkshire as defense, copper and silver as defense. Copper will be a trade when it goes parabolic. I'm going to move into Bitcoin. But what I mean by defense, you do your retirement like this, crypto, stocks. That's like catching fish in a barrel. What you see as retirement, they're trading. We're trading. So when you come running in to get rich quick, I'm selling you my crypto and going into defense, insurance, more Bitcoin, more silver, more copper, more Berkshire. That creates stability in my portfolio. Then I wait patiently, ready to strike when the markets go red. And then L, I leverage on the good side of debt and I go in and I buy people's fear.